Now, see, today I asked myself a question. Could I use psychology in real life to help me in Deepwoken and kind of get me wins, I guess you could say, or like get me clips? And short answer is yeah, pretty easily actually. So in today's video I'll kind of be going over how certain psychology pieces can actually help you in Deepwoken and how you can use them to get clips and combos. It's gonna be a pretty cool video, I'd say. If you haven't already, you should like and subscribe and maybe leave a comment. If this video gets good enough reception, maybe I'll do a part 2 where I go more in detail and explain even further how everything works. But yeah, if you want to check that out, be sure to stay tuned for the whole video. And if you haven't already, please join my Discord server. I do like giveaways in there. Well, I haven't done any giveaways yet, but I'll start doing them. I did a game of Deepwoken Steeler Split where I gave away a bunch of relics. If you want to join community events like that, be sure to join the Discord server, and I'm always there if you need me. Like if you need me for build advice or something, feel free to ask. Anyhow, thanks for watching. See, now, something important you gotta think about is your mood really affects how you think, and it affects how you play, right? So, just an example of this. I was dating this person, right? And then they broke up with me, and they were saying some weird stuff, how they wanted like 3 people in them at the same time. I don't know, they were talking mad weird, trying to get me mad and get me pressed. I was upset about it for a little bit, but like when I was playing Deepwoken, right, after I got upset because I was like trying to keep my mind off things, I was playing worse because I was still thinking about it a little bit, right? So your mood affects how you play the game. So getting angry at people in chimes will not help you get better, or it will not help you get clips. If anything, it'll make it harder to get clips, right? Now, I'm fine now. It's been a while since that happened. Did it really like make me angry, like super angry? No, not really, but it's like things like that. If you fall for rage bait or something like that, you'll probably play worse. So preferably what I like to do, I like to just completely zone out all the other surroundings, all the other stuff around me that's not important, and focus on that one thing, right? Their playstyle, mental set, whatever you want to say, right? But the thing is, people react to specifics like the same way over and over again, because the brain likes to make a shortcut where they react to things that they've already seen about the same way they normally would react to it. So right here, if I were to do this and I hit him with this, he knows every single time I do something similar where I hit a bunch of damage on him, he needs to immediately vent, right? So he should vent, theoretically, if he gets hit with another ice dagger, because he knows how dangerous the ice dagger now is. So shaky is really good for getting people to vent. If you notice, right there, he reacted instinctively to the ice daggers, but he realized he can't let go of block, and he blocked the whole thing. He is learning based off what I've previously done and is adapting, which is what you want to learn how to do. Yikes. Huge lag spike. Jesus. Now if I do the ice daggers thing again, he will try to react to it. Which is why now I need to play slightly different, right? So based off somebody's like how they're playing, you can figure out what their percentage is. So what you want to do is watch your opponent, right? Towards the beginning of the match, or towards when they're about half HP. Usually around half HP is when people start playing more aggressive, because they realize if they play defensive the whole time, they're most likely not gonna drop you, and then they're gonna lose, right? Now, another thing is, you gotta really think about this. Whenever somebody loses a bunch of elo, they're most likely to play worse. Which is exactly why you gotta think about it. Why are you playing worse because you lost elo? Typically, it's because you get frustrated at the fact that you lost a bunch, right? And you want to avoid getting frustrated and do what's known as rage queuing. essentially, every time you rage Q, there's like a stronger chance that you get fried. And getting fried is not good for you. Because, well, you're getting fried. Don't think anybody wants to get baked, really. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, if I were to faint, yeah, fast fainting normally doesn't work on people who have a little bit more experience. And look, right there, I do the uppercut, and then Crystal Impale, and he immediately reacts with the vent. I know that, and I can use that every single time he does that, however now he has no tempo, so he's going to react to it similarly, but differently. He's most likely going to try to block if I do that. So the best course would be to guard break him, which unfortunately I don't have a good guard break. But theoretically, if I do land it, I could throw out the Ice Forge and he'll most likely block it. Right here? Yep, he blocks the Ice Forge. Or at least hit him before he can get his thing off, right? Now, right off the bat, since the people you're fighting, they don't really know you unless they do, they're going to instinctively try to either play hyper-aggressive or hyper-defensive, right? And with a person like this, you can see he's going for the hyper-aggressive route, which is exactly why he immediately vented when I only hit him once, because he's focused more on getting damage and he's scared. I'm playing a little bit more defensive, which is why I'm able to get more free hits on him than he's gotten on me. And that means that theoretically, if I were to hit him with an uppercut, he should either react with a vent or a block. So if I hit him with this, he's gonna vent. Yep. And I knew that based off his playstyle. He's playing hyper-aggressive, so he's not really thinking about what he's gonna get hit with. And since I know that he's gonna get hit, I can play off the fact that that will land, right? Something like that wouldn't have landed if he was playing more defensive. Now, right here, he's actually not half bad. He did a behind the block after reading my feint. Or not reading my feint, he's actually paying attention. But he knows every single time I do that Crystal Impale feint, I'm gonna throw out the Ice Daggers. So now, I do this, he instinctively goes for a block. Now, I know he's going to play off his critical, which you can see throughout how he's playing, right? So I want to make sure I don't fall for anything that would put me in shaky. Now, he can get that free spit off, it doesn't really matter because I'm up HP. Now, what I can do that, and I didn't even do anything and reacted, because that's his mental set. Now, I could do something like that, because I know he's going to play more defensive to get that spit. And now that I landed this, he's gonna, yep, lingering hitbox. That wasn't even on his, like, end. That was, like, my weapon being kind of dumb. Now, look, uppercut, he's gonna go for that block, right? Well, he's gonna try to parry, but then because I baited it out, he's going to block. Now, I can go for behind the block, but as you can see, he actually is reacting to that. His mental set isn't to immediately parry when he sees an attack. So, what I can do, now that I know he's gonna do that, is I can do a behind the block, but slower. And now he's going to fumble it. And I can also, now that I've done the Crystal Impale feint into Forge enough times, I could get away with doing Crystal Impale into Ice Daggers again. And you can see that right here. And I get huge damage just off that because he wasn't expecting it. Now, he's probably going to block this and get guard. Yep, had a feeling. Well, 9 elo. That is actually surprising for somebody like him. Now, what I like to do on all my builds, whenever I have a combo, I like to have a combo that's similar to it, but slightly different in one way that makes it completely different, right? So, the combo I like, right, is Crystal Impale feint Ice Daggers, right? You see how slow that is? I have a faster version where I use Ice Forge instead. Now, the reason why the Ice Forge version is also good is because if they start getting used to the Crystal Impale feint into Ice Daggers, then eventually I could just start throwing out the Ice Forges instead. And then people will react to it less effective, because they're now instinctive reaction. Oh boy. I'm so scared. Their instinctive reaction is to immediately play off how they've learned to play, right? So, if I were to play every single time the Crystal Impale Feint into Ice Daggers, then eventually he's going to start just immediately blocking after he sees the Crystal Impale. That's when I'm able to just throw out the Ice Forge instead after it, leading to way more damage and way more pressure. It's little things like that that you really gotta think about. And another thing, right? You gotta figure out when is a back hit necessary, because if somebody figures out all you like to do is back hit, what they're gonna start doing is they're going to start spamming, right? Because once they start spam swinging, you no longer can get the back hit, because, well, you're just not able to. Like, they're swinging when you're trying to swing, but you're swinging way later than they are, so they're gonna hit you. And that's not good for you, because then you take damage, then you get shaky comboed, right? So, me personally, I don't like to back hit unless I absolutely need to, right? The only type of back hit I normally do is the, like, camera flick, behind the block flick thing, right? That's completely different because it is harder to react to than the back hits. They end up being so, like, weird animations and, like, speed-wise that people end up not knowing what to do. Now, the way your mental set can backfire on you is if every time you hit an Ice Lance, you go for an Equalizer. Eventually, they're gonna know, oh, after that Ice Lance, you're gonna Equalizer. So then they're gonna stop venting, right? So you gotta learn how to mix yourself up too, right? Make yourself not as easily readable. Which can be different for everybody, because some people will do, like, maybe they're gonna do, instead of going for the Equalizer, they go for, like, a Guard Break, or they go for a Ether Barrage. Or maybe they're on an entirely different build and they go for some other move. Now, what you gotta do is you gotta make sure they can't read you the next time you do it. Now, this is probably gonna be my last match on ones, because not only am I fighting a pretty good player, but also the queues have been dying down after I killed a bunch of people. There's only like 2 to 3 people in every match, and the thing is, I actually haven't been able to read this dude before. I mean, I've read him a little bit, but not to a good enough point where I actually know 100% of the time what he would do. And he's also pretty good at the game, so I gotta figure out exactly what to do. Now, based off that first vent that he did, theoretically, if I were to hit him with a jump uppercut, he will immediately react with a vent, which I will attempt to hit once I get out of this pressure. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, that's really bad. Now, I could probably get away with just throwing that. Oh, maybe not. Ooh. Now, he's gonna play for lots of feints, so I could get away with doing something like that just because I know he's gonna attack. And then I can also do this because I know he's gonna play hyper-aggressive. Now, unfortunately, the Equalizer didn't work because I wasn't close enough, and it has a very small range. But based off that one play that he did, I can deduce that if I were to theoretically vent now, or not vent, Equalizer, Yikes. Now, it's probably Raps for me. Unfortunately, unless I could, yeah, Raps. He is not bad though. Now, I'll try to queue up for another match, but if I can't get one, then I will switch clips to maybe 2s or a gank, but most likely I'll be voicing over those clips instead, because ganking I need to focus just a little bit more, and it's hard to focus when I'm also trying to explain things. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see, I guess. Now, the usual reaction, as I said before, to the Icelands is either they're going to get shakied and they're going to get guard broken if I was on a normal crit, or they're going to instinctively react with a vent. Now right here you should either, yeah, so there's two options most people do. They either vent or parry, right? And you can figure out what they're going to do based off how they play. If they're super aggressive, they're most likely going to either play for a vent, or they're just miles better than you could think, and then they're going to parry. Now, with somebody on Gale, it's a lot harder to speak and play, because they do a lot of damage. And I am lagging really bad, that's great. Now, right here, he's gonna react to it, or try to, but he knows that I'm gonna throw that out, right? Now, I'm just throwing it out just to get him adjusted to it, so whenever I do the ice daggers instead of the ice forge, he's gonna not know what to do, and he's going to instinctively roll too early or too late. Now, the reason why this will work is because he's getting so accustomed to me doing it the other way that he's going to fall for it. Now, as you can see, he did fall for it, but he was quick enough on that. Yo, so, I don't really have too many other clips for, like, this video. On that last time match, I actually did lose it, which kind of sucks. That dude was really good. But, thank you for watching this video. As I said at the start, join my Discord server. If you want coaching or something, I could, like, go on a stage, we can analyze your clips or something. I don't really know, but just join my Discord server, it's really cool. Anyhow, see ya.